episode 667 of Good Luck High Five.
You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering.
I'm one of your hosts, Maria, here to firebend my words into your ears. It's going to be painful, but effective. You know?
Yeah, I don't totally, but I understand on some level.
Sure.
This is another one of your hosts, Megan, reminding you to stay hydrated.
By water
bending it
bending?
into your mouth from your water bottle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose that is a form of water bending, you know?
Drinking water?
Yeah. And my name is Tyler, and I'm here to remind you that we need the planet Earth to stay alive. So let's try to keep that happening. And if you want to bend some of it, that's fine as well.
All right.
Okay. I was like, wow, Tyler, what if Tyler just doesn't bring this back around to bending? What if this is just Tyler being like,
we need the Earth.
We need the Earth.
Hey, we need the Earth.
That's that.
And that's the statement.
The true facts right there.
Yeah.
On today's episode, if you couldn't tell, we're going to talk about Avatar, The Last Airbender in Magic the Gathering. It's coming our way so very soon. We've even got an emotional support Appa in the studio with us.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
He's
Sitting
right
with Megan
here.
in the daddy chair.
Yes. Just Daddy and Appa. I don't like that statement.
Yeah.
I don't feel great about that one.
He's looking real cute, though.
He is
really
really
is.
cute.
Oh my
He's
gosh,
so
those
great.
eyes, those horns.
I would like to
it's all really happening.
give us posit something here for us,
Yes.
or propose something.
Okay.
That if
Yes.
at any point in the episode you feel you need to hold the emotional support Appa, you just say,
Okay.
and we'll pass it on over to whoever needs Appa
What
at
you
that
have
time.
to say is Appa me.
okay,
Appa me. All
Appa
right,
me.
Great.
Yeah.
All right,
Daddy.
thank you. Well,
Absolutely.
at least in
I'm
this.
so sorry. You do need to say Appa me, Daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy. All right, fair enough.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We
All right.
figured it out, everyone.
Beautiful.
We're going to talk all about the new cards that have been previewed for Avatar The Last Airbender, including some Good Luck High Five exclusive preview
Heyo.
cards. No
Yeah.
big deal. We now know the mechanics of the set as well. And we've just seen a whole handful of really cool cards that have been released for this set as well. So we're going to go through all of that and more on the episode today to get you hyped for Avatar. Tyler and I have been watching Avatar. We're early
true.
in the journey.
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
But we're doing it. We said we would do it, and we're doing it.
How are you feeling so far?
So far, it feels like a show for babies.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it
is.
Yeah, and I've heard that season 1 is more like that, and then 2 and 3 kind
Get a
of
little more.
get a little bit more adult oriented, if you will. That's not really the right way to say that.
Yeah. Well, I guess I understand what you're talking about.
Adult-oriented.
You know what I mean. But it's a very cute idea for a story, and I love Appa. It's been delightful
how
so
can you
far.
When
not?
Appa flies the first time, you're like, little tear comes to your eye. Honestly, it's kind of like,
it's moving.
this isn't. I was like, the thought was, this isn't very adult oriented, but
God.
I still enjoy it right now.
Yeah,
Can I say that when Appa flies, he just kind of float. He don't like flap his little feet or anything.
just like-
He's
You
just like,
just fly.
I
Here
feel
I
like
go.
sometimes his tail's kind of involved. Like at least it's kind of like
With,
there's
like,
like
some
a
steering or
yeah, or
something,
just
or
like
like-
there's just like I feel like when he took off, I might be completely conflating with something else, but I feel like his tail just kind of went poof, and then he was like up in the air.
it just delights me to see him just kind of going like gliding without moving
Yeah.
anything.
It's really
I
just
enjoy
fly.
that. I enjoy that.
That
a
is,
lot.
I think that's one of the things, and I feel like this is true of a lot of animated series. One of the things they do best is giving you that sense of possibility with something where it's like, oh yeah, like if you were going to do this in some kind of live action setting, it would be difficult to give it that same feel of effortlessness, I think. But when it's animated, you're just like, oh yeah, he just flies, and it just makes sense, and you it's very satisfying.
There he is.
There he
is
goes.
in
There he
all
go.
his majesty.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure nothing bad is ever going to happen to him during the show. So I'm
Yeah.
excited
I'm sure
for that
too.
as well.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
letting me
Think
know.
he's-
There's
that.
no
think he's-
traumatizing incidents
Oh,
regarding
God.
Appa.
So I'm going to have trouble with this. But before we get into anything Airbender on the show today, we're going to thank our patrons who help us airbend, waterbend, firebend, earthbend, and all the other kinds of bend every single week.
Yes.
I think there are more. At patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
We have a new patron to thank.
Hey.
Thank you, new patron Christopher.
Yay, Christopher! thank you so much for your patronage.
Yes.
Christopher, you're on our listifer of good people because you really support us and we appreciate that. So we don't even need to check the list twice. You're on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You did 2. You snuck 2 in
Well,
there.
I think it's all the same. It felt like it was a run-on sentence, which is my specialty.
Hey, Christopher, I sure missed your fur when you weren't a patron.
No.
I regret it. I regret it.
No.
On your head.
I don't know if that makes it better. If you call someone's hair fur,
That's upsetting. It's like kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I think I'm
What
so
would you
upset.
do if I went to the hairstylist and I'm like, I really need my fur cut? They'd be like, please leave.
You can't
be
book
in
here anymore.
Yeah, you can't be in here anymore, ma'am.
Or they're like, sorry, that's a special room in the back. That's a different appointment.
That's a whole other price point that you are not going to meet today.
Christopher, do you have a pun, Megan?
My favorite month is August, September. Nope. Christober. Yeah.
Man, I love Chris Tober.
I love Christober.
I know.
It's a great
I miss it
time.
already. It's just over. It just ended and I'm already missing it.
Yeah. But
Oh,
this
same.
Christober is just beginning.
Yeah.
You can be like Chris and get a pun that ranges from very good to questionably morally at patreon.com/GLHF magic for $5 a month, or any increase in your pledge. Access to our Discord server, early episode releases, extended episodes where we talk about a lot of hot nonsense for our producers at the $20 a month level. Go check it out, patreon.com/GLHF magic. Hi, everyone. I interrupt your Good Luck High Five podcast listening with a very special bulletin here to tell you about, because we have a very fun event this weekend. We're going to be joining, and I want you to come out and join with us as well. If you're in the Minneapolis area, Lodestone Coffee and Games is hosting a Commander party this weekend featuring Commander Arcade. It's all to raise money for a great cause, Trans Lifeline. Show up Sunday, November 9th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., anytime in that window to play some Commander Party with us at Commander Arcade and raise money for a great cause. So I'll be there playing Commander. Megan will be there. Judge Rob will be there. Aaron will be there from Commander Arcade. The gang will all be there out playing Commander this weekend at Lodestone Coffee and Games in Minnetonka, Minnesota. We'd love for you to join us. There's going to be a silent auction raising money for Trans Lifeline that we've contributed so much sealed product to it. There's a box. I can't even lift it. There's so much stuff in there. Aaron crocheted cute little Feldergriff stuffies there that'll be in the silent auction. A lot of awesome stuff is going to be up for auction. So come on out, support a great cause, and play some Commander. Rob developed our very own Commander Arcade Commander Party format to play that involves drawing a lot of tokens like we do on the show. So I think it's going to be super fun. Bring whatever Commander you want to play. You can just play normal Commander if you want, or you can try this new Commander Party format, which I think will be very fun. Again, it's happening this Sunday, November 9th at Lodestone Coffee and Games from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Again, show up anytime in that window. We would love to see you there. Play some Commander, raise money for a great cause, and support your local game store. For some Good Luck High Five preview cards, y'all. Here, courtesy of Wizards of the Coast. Thank you for this free preview content. We've got 2 cards to show off with you. The first one is a white spell that I've taken to calling a Johnny's 4 damage.
Except this is just a Johnny's kill something.
Oh, yeah,
so it's a little-
absolutely.
yeah.
The
Even
originals
better.
were a Johnny's 4 damage.
Yeah, this one, an improvement over a Johnny's 4 damage.
In a number of ways, really.
That's true. Power creep here on Airbender's Reversal. This is 1 and a white for an instant. It is a lesson at uncommon. Choose 1, destroy target attacking creature.
A Johnny's 4 damage.
That's a Johnny's 4 damage. Or you can choose this one. Airbend target creature you control.
Wow.
I'm going to
that.
read you the Airbend reminder text in case you're not familiar with it yet. Airbending says exile it. While it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. And then we also have flavor text with this card as well. Aang employed the typical Airbender tactics against Zuko: avoid and evade.
Yeah. You all have met Zuko.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah. Big fan.
big angry boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big angry boy. But you can see,
There's love in his eyes.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell, he's
And that means you've met Iroh also.
Yes,
yeah,
Uncle
which is
Iroh.
Uncle Iroh is pretty
Okay.
great,
I
yeah.
love
Yeah.
him. He was in a hot spring last time I saw him just chilling, and I was like, I identify with this
Yeah.
character in the hot tub.
Yeah,
Yeah, character in
I
the
also feel like I identify with Iroh. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you all think about this card?
I mean, great. Obviously, great.
Yeah. I definitely think it feels modal, which is always powerful, especially in limited.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how many. I'm sure there'll be a lot of ETBs in white in this set. There often
Yeah,
are, but
for
like
sure.
in this set with the airbending being a
Specifically,
theme,
yeah.
it feels like they will. And so I'm curious. Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how all the interactions that will exist with that second mode on
You
it.
can also save something that they're trying to target with
Totally.
removal.
Yeah.
Get
I
them
love
out
it.
of there.
Yeah.
Either kill or save, either way.
Yeah, kill or save.
Also, this is the most powerful iteration of just like 1 in a white, destroy target attacking creature.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
I
might be true.
agree.
Right,
Yeah.
there's other ones and at instant. There's other ones that have been like destroy target tapped creature at sorcery.
Yeah.
But at that point, it's already dealt you the damage,
Yep.
or it's been like some specific amount of damage. This is just like kill it.
And it's a lesson too, which
Yeah.
has
Yes.
other synergy. So
Yes, absolutely. We'll get into that when we get into the mechanics a little bit, but the lesson subtype or type here is important. Subtype.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think this card is great and
really good.
perhaps the best version of that we've ever seen printed.
I think
I think it might
Probably
be.
is.
quite
Yeah.
possibly,
Yeah.
perhaps true.
best one yet.
Best one yet, baby.
Hey.
That's not the only preview card we have,
It's
though.
true. Yeah, we have another
We-
one, which I'm even kind of more excited about.
Yes, I mean, Hermetic Herbalist is
it's
the name
great.
of this card. Green, blue for a 2/3 creature human druid ally at uncommon. You can tap, add 1 mana of any color, or tap to add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast lesson spells.
The art on this card's incredible.
Yes.
As well.
Everything is
Happy
very
cat.
cute. Yeah, the
Big poofy happy cat.
herbalist is cute,
Yes.
and the poofy happy cat is
Although
cute. as
I'm
well.
going to say that this cat is very Blanche.
Oh.
Which, as you both know, I recently saw Hausu for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is very
you're
Hausu.
right. It is.
That's true. You're not wrong about
This
that,
is
actually.
the cat in that movie.
This is the cat in that movie.
This card, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say good.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
The limb is very short.
Yeah, the limb is just,
And everybody's out there
basically-
with me.
you're
You're
basically
almost still like
on the
attached
trunk
to
on
the tree. Yeah, you're like, yeah,
You're
it's,
on the tree.
you maybe put a toe on a limb or something, technically on a
Yeah,
limb,
yeah.
but not really,
Yeah, it's a 2/1. It's already a 2/3
for
for
2
2
mana.
mana.
Which
And
already-
a mana dork.
Yep.
And a mana dork.
Worst
and
case scenario, even if you have
potentially-
no lessons, it's that. Yeah.
Yes, and that's already a card that I'm like, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we're playing
Put
that.
it in my deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put it in my deck.
And then, of course, when you cast lesson spells, you're going to get a lot of value from this.
Anytime you get double the mana, like if you play this on turn 2, you can play a 5 mana lesson on turn 3.
That's
you know, like
wild.
That's
You're going to learn something. Well, your opponent's going to learn something,
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone's gonna learn
Someone's
something.
gonna learn something. Yeah. So
I'm
I
going
do
to
think
read
this is
the
powerful.
flavor text of this just because, I'm going to do it in character. Ready for what I think she sounds like.
Okay.
Wounded Earth Kingdom troops still come by now and again. Brave boys. And thanks to my remedies, they always leave in better shape than when they arrive.
Yep.
This is classic blue-green creature can say remedies, and you're like, that's a remedy. If this creature was black, you'd be like, no.
Stay away from that remedy. That remedy is going to make
It
you into a
kill.
zombie.
Might
yeah.
be a remedy for 1 minute until
Until
then
you're
you
a
have
zombie.
5 arms.
Yeah.
But both of these cards are excellent. And one refers to the other. We got one lesson and one helper for lessons, which is very, very cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
Do you like Avatar The Last Airbender? Go to cardkingdom.com/GLHF to pre-order right now.
And that's that.
And now, yeah, what was that character that read that ad?
I don't know. It was some kind of small little guy.
Yeah, always always
little
one
freak.
step away from what's his face from Jabba the Hutt's entourage.
Salacious Crumb.
Yeah, Salacious Crumb. Yep. Always, I feel like all of your characters are only about 2, like maximum of 2 steps removed
Correct.
from Salacious Crumb.
They're
Yeah.
Salacious Crumb's kids,
Yeah.
cousins, aunts, uncles,
Descendants.
All
Yes.
Salacious
They're
Crumb's
all
kids.
related.
That's your universe that
I
you
love
created in your
Salacious
life
Crumb.
is like the Salacious Crumb extended universe.
It's so true. Get your
His
crumb
crumb
on.
connects us all.
Get you a crumb on cardkingdom.com/GLHF. You can pre-order Avatar sealed product.
You can get collector booster boxes, play booster boxes, commander bundles, collector booster packs. Just the regular bundle, the Jumpstart booster box.
Wow.
All this, the scene boxes, the beginner box, just a pack.
Just a pack.
All that sealed product.
Yep.
So if you order it before midnight Pacific time on November 10th, it's going to ship on the 14th. So you'll get it a week early.
Nice.
Before release date. And by the way, if you have a friend who's into Avatar and you're like, ooh, I kind of want to get him into Magic the Gathering too, you can get him the...
I want to get the hooks of this game into someone else's skin. Yeah.
I mean, Magic players are always looking to make another Magic player,
That's true,
I must say.
just like vampires, yeah.
But Avatar's beginner box comes with everything that you need to learn the game. So I think that'd be a nice way to get somebody into, if you're interested in teaching one of your friends who likes Avatar how to play. So that's my pitch for that. It's got everything you need to know to learn. And you can get it for yourself over at cardkingdom.com/GLHF.
Everyone, it's also time to thank our sponsor, Dragon Shield.
Yes.
We have here some of their limited edition product called Dragons in Space.
Yeah.
Dragons in Space.
Which is that they sent a card to space in these
one of these
sleeves.
And these sleeves.
So they partnered with Beckett.com, which is a card grading,
Yes.
card grading site.
Yep.
And they sent a card into space.
How did it do in the vacuum of space?
Yeah, with all that. And did they put it up with all that, millions of tons of space debris that
Well,
we
I mean,
have
they say
floating
that
on
the card
planet?
returned unscathed.
Yeah.
So
this card came back looking good in these Dragon Shields.
exactly. So protect your cards from space.
From space.
And the art on this Dragons in Space is a very beautiful dragon.
Yeah,
but
I
I've
like
got to
the
say,
colors.
if you have
I do
an
love this guy.
Izzet deck, I feel like it feels
This is
Izzet
very
coded.
good. Yes. This
So-
is very Izzet.
Go to space in your own way.
I just feel a little afraid for Appa right now. I don't know. I just I feel like
Not like how I'm holding him by the
I love
neck.
it. Yeah, it just feels I don't know. Yeah, that's better. All right, thanks.
There we go. There we
Let's see.
go.
Oh, they say, okay, there's a full video that you're going to be able to watch.
Ooh, all right, that
coming
makes
on
sense.
November 5th.
Okay,
so by
great.
the time this is out, you'll be able to
watch
see
it,
their
See
video.
the sleeve in space.
Yes.
Very
And then
cool.
they are going to, they're going to auction.
Appa.
They're going to auction the one that went to space.
Okay.
Exciting.
All proceeds will be donated to the Toy Foundation.
I
Okay.
love
All right, that's pretty good. I like
Yeah.
that too. I like that too.
Oh, that's
very
cool.
funny. Very fun.
You can play with it and be
Yeah.
slightly irradiated.
Also, these sleeves, they are gorgeous, truly. And this is a small print run.
Okay,
So,
so
if you
get
want
'em
them,
in now.
use the link
Get 'em
below. Use the link below. Get them now.
Very cool.
Space.
It's the final frontier, but it also could be yours.
Yeah, it could be. They're honestly really, really pretty.
So let's talk about the mechanics that have been revealed for Avatar: The Last Airbender, starting with the hottest firebending.
Hey,
By which you mean the most adult, right?
Yeah, the most adult oriented. Yeah.
I gotta live this down.
If you were an adult and you need to orient yourself in some kind of direction in the set, you would orient yourself towards firebending.
Firebending for sure. Let's take a look at Fire Sages. This is 1 in red for a 2/2 at uncommon human cleric with Firebending 1. Whenever this creature attacks, add red. This mana lasts until the end of combat. And it has another ability, which is 1 red, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So firebending mana, you might be like, what? Why do I care? It's only until end of combat. Well, it enables you to cast a lot of instants and activate abilities like this on your cards that you can do before combat is over.
And a lot of them have, like a lot of firebending cards, they say are gonna, like this one has an ability that you can spend that
Exactly.
mana on.
Right.
Yeah.
It has a sync for you built into the card.
Yeah, like hopefully a lot of these firebending cards are going to be like, hey, if you don't have an instant or sorcery, here's something you can do with that mana.
Exactly.
Yes.
And you're going to need some more firebending in order to activate this, of course. But hopefully you have other cards on the battlefield who are also attacking to let you activate this and make this a 3/3 or whatever.
Or I will say you could just have
mana.
regular mana.
You could just have normal mana.
It does not require
you're
fire.
right.
Exclusively firebending. But I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Can you
I mean, the
imagine?
more firebending, the better for sure.
Yeah.
But Yeah, this card
I'm
would be
like
significantly
only
worse.
value
Yeah.
thinking, like only value.
I don't want you to get into a game and be like, well, if only I
can't-
could activate this.
Yeah.
I've got 6 mana untapped, but I only have 1 firebending mana.
Which is too bad. Just too bad. Wow.
Oh,
the things I could do.
But oh well.
And I like cards like this that have the threat of activation and sort of a little bit of enabling built into them. So
Yes.
yeah, if you play this and then on turn 3 you can attack with this and activate it
Yeah.
and still potentially play a 1-drop or something. Like there's just a lot of it makes it so
It lets
blocking
you
this-
attack into their 2/2 or
Exactly.
their 2/3 hermetic herbalist.
Exactly. Truly.
Very true.
And blocking this, they're probably not going to do it anyway.
Exactly.
But even if they did, you might not have to waste your whole turn on activating it if you
Yeah.
have that little bit of extra mana. So
Yeah, so
nice.
a nice mechanic that rewards you for attacking, which is often what
and
red
you just
ones
get.
do.
I really love
Wow.
this mechanic because you get into combat and are doing a bunch of stuff at instant speed. I love that kind of.
Yeah.
style
You're a
of
Trixie
play. So,
player?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do. So I'm excited for
Love
this.
a combat trick.
Yeah, I do. I
Absolutely.
really do.
Doctors hate this one farmer.
Doctors hate this one combat trick. Oh, speaking of farming, sorry, side note.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
go
past
on.
weekend, so I love playing in the win a box things on Arena.
Yeah.
And I've won a fair number of boxes. I didn't win one this weekend. It was Outlaws of Thunder Junction. But I won often enough that never quite hit the number of wins to get a box that I just kept rebuying for 10 different sealed pools.
That's pretty great.
Oh my
Truly.
God.
That's
So
a
you
lot
got
of magic
close.
too.
I got very close
yeah,
a
you
number
must
of
have.
times.
Yeah. Wow.
And really didn't bother me because
Yeah,
all
you
I
were
wanted to
having
do
fun.
was just play some Magic anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I'll just keep rebuying. What else am I
And
doing with
OTJ
gems?
is good.
It was fun.
I've been
It was a
doing
fun
the
set.
draft format.
Yeah,
It's
that
been
was on.
Premier Draft,
Yeah,
and I like OTJ a
Oh,
lot.
yeah.
I like plot.
Plot is a fun.
Plot is
mechanic.
really cool.
Plot is quite
Bonnie
nice.
Paul, great card.
Oh my! And I do.
If
I
it's
have.
in your
I will
deck.
say. I was going to say I have also lost to Bonnie Paul a number
Yes.
of times.
I mean,
Yep.
that's
And
kind of
I try so hard not to. You all. I
But
get out there and I
she
try.
comes.
My
She's coming for you.
and it just
just
does
one of
not
those.
work out for you.
They just every once in a while print those rares where you're like, come on,
You're like, you
this
can't
just
do
should have
anything
been a
about it.
She
mythic,
comes
like
in,
100%.
draws you cards, and then also when
Makes
she
this
attacks,
giant-
and also makes it 12/12
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Makes the biggest
Cool.
ox
Biggest
to
ox,
ever
yeah.
to ever
Yeah.
be,
It's not-
and she has reach.
Yes.
because
Oh,
she's
yeah.
And there's
tall.
something
She's
about
reach.
lands too, doesn't it? Like put a land
Yes,
into
it
play or
puts
something.
lands into
like,
play, yep.
okay.
It's an absurd
Come on now.
card.
Come on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways.
that's a trip back into the past.
She joined me for 3 decks. All right.
Wow.
Oh, okay. That's
I was only
that tells a
starting
part
to
of the
make
tale.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
The
things
other
are starting to add
side.
up a little bit.
As did Oko on 3 occasions.
Okay,
Wow.
nice.
Not
All right.
not Broco, but other Oko.
New Oko.
He also make out.
He make
Also
out.
make elk, yeah.
Let's talk about airbending.
Yes. Airbending. So we described this on our card, but just to cover it again, airbending says when you airbend something, you will exile it. And while that card or spell is exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. That's 2 generic. And it can be, you can airbend permanents, but you can also airbend spells.
Yes.
And you can airbend your own things and you can airbend opponents' things. Some cards will put
Restrictions
put
on
restrictions
them. Yeah.
on it.
And it'll tell
Yeah.
you if you can airbend a spell. It'll tell you
Right.
if you can airbend your own.
Exactly. For instance, here we have Appa, Steadfast Guardian. Appa.
Appa in his battle armor.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he is.
2 white for a 3/4 legendary creature bison ally. Of course, this one's mythic. Flash flying. When Appa enters, airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control. So that instance, it's yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then this also says, whenever you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. So this is like airbend my stuff to save it.
Yep.
And then also when I recast it,
Yeah.
I get bonus.
Or just eat someone's creature on attacks, and maybe you get one of your ETBs back or something.
Yeah,
like even
that's
if you're not
also
trying
true.
to save something, like this card is one of those ones where you're just like, this is gonna.
Airbending is
It's gonna get you.
super flexible
Yeah.
in being able
Really
to
nice.
save your creatures or even just get like Tyler said, another entrance battlefield trigger ability if your card has something like that cool on it. Truthfully, the restriction of having to pay 2 to have it come back, I played a little bit with this mechanic when we recorded our Commander Arcade episode for Avatar. Spoiler alert, that's out this week, everybody, on Friday.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't too big of a drawback. 2 mana once you get slightly into the later game, it seemed totally fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be able to pay for this. And it was really nice if I wanted to take out something from my opponent or, you
Yeah.
know, get some value for my own creatures.
Yeah, it's a mechanic that can be defensive or offensive. Like you can be, doing some kind of value-based thing, or you could just be getting a blocker out of the way, and they can't play it until their next turn, almost certainly. So
I wonder
That's
if this
a nice
is
flash.
going to make blocking, like in deciding what you want to leave back to block kind of tricky. Like if they can just blink stuff out of existence.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's some truth to that for sure. Yeah, depending on how aggressive white is and how good of a deck it is.
Worry
I think-
about your blockers getting airbent.
Get air get airbent.
Get airbent,
Get
baby.
airbent. I like how the Wizards article says it's perfect if you'd like to say bye, son, to something for a little while.
Matt Tabak wrote this.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
this
that
one is,
checks out.
It's, yeah,
It's pretty clear.
Yeah, it
What's
is.
up, Matt?
Yeah.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Tabak.
Great pun. A
yeah,
plus.
yeah, well done, well done.
How about water bending, Tyler?
Okay, yeah. So then this says, if your thirst for victory is strong, waterbending is the quenchiest. There's the article. I'll read this example card, North Pole Patrol.
Great name.
It's satisfying to say. It's 2 and a blue for a 2/3 human soldier ally. Has one ability, tap to untap another target permanent you control, which is one of those abilities you see on blue now and again. And then it also has waterbend for 3, tap to tap target creature an opponent controls. And the reminder text on waterbending is, while paying a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1 colorless mana. So the idea is it's similar to Convoke, except instead of playing something in your hand, it is for my experience of it. Maybe there's some exceptions. It's basically activated abilities on permanents of some kind. I think we've seen that there was like a O-ring variant, I think, that had like a extra waterbending type of thing that was previewed, I think, right away when this set was previewed.
Sure.
But it's stuff like that where you're getting, we assume there's going to be some, creation of artifacts, tokeny type stuff that will allow you, like if you had a treasure, you can tap a treasure and not,
We know there's going to be clue tokens.
Yep, clue
in this
tokens,
set,
yeah. So you can tap those types of tokens to help pay for this, or you can tap creatures. So if you have a bunch of small creatures, this is great. If you have a bunch of artifact tokens lying around, or in addition to that, if you have some kind of, like, if you have played an artifact, one of those white artifacts that, will sometimes exile things, might be something like that. You can tap one of those to pay for this too. So just a cool, very versatile. I love these first 3 mechanics. I think
They're also versatile.
They're so versatile. There's so many different, it feels like there's a lot of little like trinkety things you can do with all of them. A lot of little weird combos that you might be able to come up with. And I like mechanics like that.
And it's worth noting, right? In this case, in the case of North Pole Patrol, it is very fun to
It's fun
say.
to say.
Its waterbending cost comes with, like, you also have to tap it.
Correct.
So it's 3 plus North Pole
You can't
Patrol.
tap North Pole Patrol
But
to
there's
help pay for
other
them.
waterbending. There's other
don't.
creatures with
Yes.
waterbending that don't have it. So
That's
you can
right.
just tap that creature to help pay its
That's right.
waterbending
Yep,
cost.
that's exactly right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so very flexible mechanics that we've seen here from
Yes.
the start of the set so far. Now for the 4th big one, Earthbending. On this very cute card. Oh, cutest card. It's going to be a race. I'm telling you all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This
Truly.
is
There's a
this
lot
card.
of...
This card is really cute.
Badger
yes.
Mole.
Really cute.
Look at this little guy.
I mean, I don't think he actually is little, but he is very
He's
cute.
big lad.
Yeah, he's a big lad, but
4 and a green for a 4/4 Badger Mole at common. When this creature enters, Earthbend 2. And what is Earthbend, you might ask? Target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste that's still a land. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. This card also says creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have trample. So Earthbending just turns your lands into dudes, but there's not really a huge drawback if they die because they just come back as a land. You don't have to lose your land like you normally did
Yep.
in the scenario in the past.
Yeah. I'm curious to see. I feel like they've tried this type of mechanic. They've tried this land, making the land into a creature effect many times. And I feel like it's never quite been a thing that you really want to do. There's been some cards
the
that have been
risk
really
is-
powerful, but
is
the risk
there.
is very high. And so I'm curious if this will be the time when they really figure that out. And it feels like maybe it is.
it seems really cool because otherwise Earthbending would be so limited if you're putting that land in danger.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's just like,
Worst case scenario, it just goes
come
back to
back.
being a land.
It just come back.
Yeah.
it just come back.
Yeah.
That land come back.
You come back and is your land once again. And the fact that this little mole gives all of your earthbent creatures trample is great because from what we witnessed, you're able to make some pretty beefy dudes.
Yes. Yeah, because you can
with
earthbend onto
earthbending.
the same land. It's
Yeah,
worth
you
noting.
can
So
just
you don't
keep
have to
making it
you don't have to
grow.
make if you already had a land that was a 2/2 from another earthbend 2, you could make it into a 4/4, or you can make a new land into a 2/2. This
Right.
card really reminds me of Fat Chocobo and Fat Chocobo.
yeah.
And that card was very good
That
in
card
that
was
set.
great.
So this card may also be pretty good in the limited set.
Double-faced sagas are returning here with this set as well, which makes a lot of sense because we're telling a story here with the story of Avatar. And these do a great job of that, of having the various chapters on the saga and then transforming into kind of the culmination of the story. So in this case, we see the rise of Sozin, and on the backside, Fire Lord Sozin being
sick.
created, which is very cool.
Yeah. So Rise of Sozin is 4 black for an enchantment saga. It's mythic. Chapter 1, destroy all creatures.
Oh, is that it?
When the Fire Nation attacked.
Okay.
They destroyed things.
Yeah. Chapter 2, choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. Then that player shuffles.
Nice.
And 3, exile this saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. The other side is a 5/5 legendary creature, human noble, Fire Lord Sozin, of course. Menace, Firebending 3.
Wowza.
That's a lot of fire.
Whenever Fire Lord Sozin deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And it's worth noting that you can do this, right? There is a phase of combat that we don't use very often.
Yes.
But it is after the damage is dealt and you're still in combat.
Yep.
Which means you can deal that damage and use this firebending mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be you're not gonna want to let that make contact with your face.
Absolutely not.
I don't want this to make contact with my face.
And there's actually, there's more things than you think that's true of. But this card is
there's a lot of things that I am happy to not have make contact with my face.
Cactus.
Cactus,
Great one.
Cactus is like what came to mind immediately for me.
Pudding.
I think anything that I would describe as like very hot.
Yeah. That's true. Anything, just hot.
Anything above warm, I don't think.
Yeah, don't make it.
Well, what?
You want Velcro? Well, the soft side of Velcro is fine.
Even the other side, it's not like it's going to do
I guess it depends on
much.
if we're talking about making contact or being scraped across.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking of scraping.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Lesson comes back. We already talked about Lesson because our card has Lesson. It should be noted that Learn is not returning in this set like it was in Strixhaven with Lesson. But lessons are important because some cards care about the lessons that are in your deck and some care about them being in your graveyard.
Yes. Yep. For instance, we have Aang, the Last Airbender, 3 and a white for a 3/2 legendary creature, human avatar ally at uncommon. Flying when Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target non-land permanent. And whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn.
Nice.
Yeah. Seems cool.
I love that. Cast our spell with Aang, you'll win. And that's a promise.
Wow. We see here, this is essentially the environmental sciences of this set, which we were just talking about, the colorless lesson, Aang's Journey.
Ah, yes.
2 generic mana, sorcery lesson, kicker 2. You may pay an additional 2 as you cast the spell. Search your library for a basic land card. If the spell was kicked, instead search your library for a basic land card and a shrine card.
Wow.
Reveal those cards, put them into your hand, then shuffle. You gain 2 life.
I'm very excited. Anytime shrines are around, I'm a big shrine fan.
Yeah, shrines are great.
Yeah.
And we can talk about them next because they're returning.
Yeah,
yes, let's talk about them. I think they're so cool just because, it gives you the impetus to try and collect as many shrines as you can, which is fun.
Also, so shrine is a subtype of enchantments.
Yep. Yes.
And we have always seen legendary shrines.
Yep. So you can't have more than one of the same shrine.
Exactly.
Yeah. But there's a lot in this set, so there you go.
Usually we see 1 in each color.
Yeah. A variant on the shrines that they're releasing for this set seem a little different, at least the ones we've seen so far, in the sense that they have enters the battlefield effects, which is not usually the case with the shrines. It's usually more like during your first main phase, or it'll be like a thing that happens, and it usually and it usually doesn't happen right away when you get the shrine. Like it'll often be something that you play it, and then you might not get it until the next turn, depending on when you play the shrine. So this one hasn't. The one that they gave as an example is Southern Air Temple, which is 3 and a white for a legendary enchantment shrine. And it says, when Southern Air Temple enters, put X +1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of shrines you control. And then it also says, whenever another shrine you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So they've the templating on these shrines is different than the ones we've seen in the
And
past.
also, it's not as punishing for you to have multiple copies of the same one.
It's true because it's still you can still
That's true.
get that ETB.
You're still getting that
Yeah,
ETB
that's
effect
exactly
of
right.
Southern Air Temple,
Yeah.
which is very powerful.
Yeah, it is. very
5
rad.
color shrines. Let's go.
We need. This is a good Judge
I
Rob
mean-
question, but I'm curious if you had 2 Southern Air temples and you had one in play and you played another one. Do you get the trigger off? I think you probably do, right?
think
you get
you
the
do.
trigger
Yeah,
off
yeah,
of the
you
one
get
that's
them both.
existing, and then you
Like
get
you
the
do
new one. Yeah.
immediately have to sack one, but
But
you think you're still getting.
Yeah, I think
yes.
you get the triggered ability and the ETB. So that's
So
cool.
you can you can Southern Air Temple all day.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Wow, I'm into it. Tell you what else I'm into. This card name of another mechanic that's returning in this set,
Yep.
which is Exhaust, which is on this card, Hog Monkey.
What's up, you hog monkeys?
I haven't come across any hog monkeys in Avatar yet, but I am waiting with hog baited breath.
No, I don't love it. I don't love what you said. What is the
Oh no!
You want Appa? You know what it is.
Yeah,
I think you need Appa
yeah, I
right
need
now,
Appa
Tyler.
right now. I'm
This-
too close to this hog. But yes,
You gotta say it though.
Appa me, daddy.
There he goes. He just flew through the air.
Oh my gosh.
Do you feel better now, Tyler?
I do. I think I need Appa in between me and you.
Nice little
Like a
barrier.
little buffer there.
Yeah, because the curiosity I have, I guess, when you say that is the breath being lured into some trap by a hog that's being used as bait? You know, like that's really where my mind goes to, and I'm then my
yeah,
you know, and
fair.
I don't want my mind to go there,
Yeah.
and yet it did.
And
you
yet
know?
it
had no
does,
choice.
and it
Yeah.
will again. It will
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Every time you see this card in play, you're welcome. This is a 3/2 for 2 and a black. Boar monkey was the creature type, to which I say, be brave, Wizards of the Coast. Change boar to hog.
Yeah, errata
Change
all boars
boar
to
to
hogs.
hog.
Boars go to hog, just like hound change to dog. That will be my chant
Ooh,
when
and
I'm on the
it
street.
rhymes, so it actually works pretty well.
Yeah.
It's not a bad chant.
Even though it should probably just really be pig. But anyway,
Sure.
at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it gains menace until end of turn. Put this in your Earthbend decks. Good grief. Exhaust 5. So you just pay this cost 5 in whatever way you want, except not waterbending or firebending, just paying with normal mana. Why did I start explaining this?
I mean, I get you could actually use firebending mana to do this.
Oh, yeah.
In
You're right.
combat,
You're right.
But so
That's true.
it is. I'm sure that was not unintentional. That it does synergize pretty well with firebending. But
Yeah.
You get to put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature, and the deal with the exhaust and this activated ability is you can only do it one time. So
Yeah.
it's a one and done situation. So
One and done.
keep that in
done.
mind.
yeah,
Finally, as you already said, clues are returning.
Yes.
Love
Love it.
clues.
Are clues your favorite token type, Megan?
I believe so.
Yeah.
That seems
Yeah.
seems correct.
Mine is blood token.
Mm.
Just
Yeah.
because I like vampires.
sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Tyler, if you had to pick a favorite
What's
token
my
type.
favorite token? And how we're talking, I'm thinking of these artifact tokens. Is that right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the artifact
Okay.
one. It's not like
I think I'll
human.
I didn't fully love the way it ended up working out, but I really liked the lander tokens. Like I think that there were lots of moments when it felt really cool in limited games to have one up and be like, do I want to thin my deck out right now?
Yeah.
Do I have a card still in my deck that might have some kind of landfall trigger? Do I need it? You know, like obviously for fixing, you would just do it. But yeah, there was a lot of interesting decisions with landers. So I think I'm going to say landers.
Oh, good answer.
Lander's a great answer. So clues are colorless artifact tokens. They say you can pay 2 sacrifices token to draw a card. Beautiful text. Beautiful text. What else do
And
you
you
want?
can use firebending mana to do it. Did
That's
you know that?
true. to
Just
crack
want to
a
let
clue.
you know
You can,
that.
yeah. And then,
I mean, as on this card,
Yeah.
Azula on the Hunt. This is 3 and a black for a 4/3 legendary creature, human noble. At uncommon, firebending 2. Whenever Azula attacks, you lose 1 life and create a clue token.
Wow, so you can use her mana to do
You
it.
can, yeah. It's one of those cards that it'll depend a lot on how often this gets to attack and not just die, but it's still not terrible because if you get to attack with this and they have to block with something, a lot of the times they're going to that thing is going to die too, you know, whatever it is. So if you get to attack with it, make a clue, crack the clue with the firebending mana, and they have to, one of their creatures dies in the exchange, not a bad, even if it doesn't get to attack more than once. So interested to see how good this card is in limited.
Yeah.
I've heard some people talking about this set so far online, and after, of course, the travesty that was Spider-Man, from a near universal standpoint, I would say,
It's just-
and that was Universes Beyond,
Yeah.
and so is this. But the public sentiment seems to be much more positive. That they feel like everyone feels like they can tell about the care and the time and the
Yeah.
energy that went into this set, into crafting it.
Yes.
And that it is evident from the cards we've seen revealed so far. Megan, as our resident Avatar expert,
Yes.
how do you feel about what's happened so far?
Great. I feel great.
Good.
I'm very
All right.
excited.
You know what else is weird? This doesn't feel like Universes Beyond.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, I think one of the things is that it lends itself so
The
well
IP
to magic.
is, it just feels like this Azula on the hunt card. You look at this and it's like,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
exactly.
I buy
magic
that.
card.
That
Like,
is in a magic set.
Yeah.
And like the like the hog monkey.
Yeah.
Hog monkey just you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Make
Hog monkey.
Hog
Why
monkey.
hasn't there? You're like, why hasn't there
Hog
already
monkey.
been a hog monkey? You
Let's
know?
have right
Yeah.
like yes,
Every
it's
set
great.
needs a hog monkey.
There's mongoose lizard. Love him. Ostrich horse. Love him too.
Oh my gosh. Truly.
If there's not a hog monkey in every set, I will riot.
Okay. Yeah, you've already promised. There's a lot. You got a lot of things. You've got a lot of hog monkey based protesting that you're gonna do
Yeah,
in the
you're
streets
right,
for
you're
what you
right.
promised.
It's kind of like, what was it? The 6/6 that was just like in every set.
The dinosaur.
Yes.
Colossal Dreadmon.
Colossal
thank you.
Dreadmon, every
Colossal
set.
Dreadmon.
A hog monkey will be the new Colossal
Hog
Dreadmon.
monkey.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
All right. Well, bold prediction, but I like
Okay,
it.
thank you. Megan, once again, as our Avatar expert, taking a peek at what the cards that have already been previewed, is there anybody that like stands out to you, or any card that stands out to you that you're like, I love that they've added this to the set?
Oh, I mean, honestly, like I feel like they did such a good job. You can tell that whoever worked on this really loved the show.
Yeah.
Stuff like it'll quench ya, which is a reference. You can see the quote, drink cactus juice. Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest. And then it's a play on the card quench.
Yes, that's great.
Right? It's like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
In the show, I've gotten to Boomy, by the way, and Boomy has at
Yes.
least one card here in this set.
Yeah.
Boomy Unleashed, which
Yeah.
is great. And I just really liked that character, so I'm happy to see that, even though I'm very new in the Avatar world.
And you have Flopsy, Boomy's buddy.
Oh yes,
As the-
Flopsy. Yeah,
Also,
great.
4 green for a legendary creature, Ape Goat. Another great one.
Another
A
great
plus- A
Yeah.
plus.
What can you say? But A plus.
Ape Goat.
Yeah.
Ape goat plus.
They've also talked about some of the treatments that the cards are getting in this set, and they're quite frankly, they're beautiful.
Yeah, there's some really, really gorgeous cards in this.
I'm just gonna be real with you; these are very pretty.
Let me be real with you. These look nice.
The raised foil Avatar Aang card, which is they previewed, I think it was like the first card they ever
Yeah.
showed off from this set.
Yeah.
I want to know what they mean by raised foil.
Yeah, it feels like one of those cards that like.
Have we ever done that before?
I'm not sure. It rings a bell, but I couldn't promise you in this moment whether that has been a thing or not.
Maybe it has.
I'm sure though it is one of those cards that like seeing in person is a completely different experience than seeing this flat image on the computer screen.
Yeah,
'Cause there's
for
I'm sure
sure.
a lot of dimension to it.
They're also redoing doing another version of the Neon Ink cards here with this set.
Oh, yeah.
These ones are called battle pose cards, and they've got the characters from the show doing kind of a battle pose, and they're all in black, but they're outlined in that neon ink treatment that we saw
Yeah.
first in Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, those look great.
Something that some people have had not necessarily the most positive reaction to, which is kind of the only thing that I've seen that people haven't loved,
Yeah.
is the source material cards,
Yeah.
which are stills from the show itself on the cards. And some people are like, why is this in 420p? Because
It's
The
what
show
it-
was
what the show
What's what it
was.
was made
Broadcast
in,
in, yeah.
buddy.
And the one that's Cruel Tutor, which is just, I don't know who this is, but his face is just really huge and close up. And it's like, it's just like freakishly close. And I don't know. I obviously
Yeah,
haven't gotten to this
I
part of the
agree.
show yet, but
Yeah.
that is, I don't know if I need to be that close to somebody on a Magic card.
That's fair. Yeah. This person's face is making contact with your face almost. You know, like, if you get this card too close to your face, their face, and which sometimes that's great. Like sometimes you really want someone's face to make contact with your face. You know, but like, but not
you
necessarily.
should be able to you're opting into it.
Yeah, and this man on this card, I don't feel like I've
you're not
to this,
opting in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Every time you cast this, the face gets a little closer. We move in 1 inch.
It's getting closer. It's getting closer.
I feel like anytime they release these like source image kind of looking things, they've done a few times. I just am not the hugest fan of how they look.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to see them in person to see if they really still look like they're 420p IRL.
Yeah.
In which case I will say redraw it.
I will still say though, this lifelong friendship that they've
very cute.
I still kind of like it. I don't really care how it looks like. I just like like what.
Buddy, he's eating a peach.
I have my wife and I have a dog and that we have had since he was a puppy, and we do love him, and probably an unhealthy amount. And Ricky is his name, and he my experience is that most animals, or not all animals, but oftentimes I'll look at an animal and be like, you look like Ricky, and Appa right in this picture looks like Ricky. So I'm like, I regardless of the how defined the card is, I still enjoy looking at it.
And the final kind of special treatment that we're going to see in packs is called Epic Showdowns on Scene cards. And these are black and white images, which are a really beautiful art style that show the characters kind of fighting each other across the art. And there is in this example they've given, I know there's a third card that connects these two. I've seen, I don't remember what it's called, but I think they've got 6 ups ones, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or sorry, 7, 8, 9 that you can put together to make a scene. I've seen that as well.
Yeah, so it is cool. Yeah.
No commander decks with Avatar, I should note, but they are releasing like a special product that has a bunch of packs in it, I guess, to encourage people to just build your own commander deck.
Very cool.
And all that kind of stuff. So that's what we can expect from this set, releasing on November 21st, everyone, with the pre-release the weekend before. Go support your local game store and check that out. I don't know. I'm feeling very positive about this set coming off of the low that was Spider-Man.
I mean, you can't fall off the floor, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I almost said the low that was Spider-Man, turn off the dark. That's what I almost said. Because in my mind, like, that Spider-Man disaster is connected to this Spider-Man disaster.
It does feel like it has 2 notable disasters.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Which is pretty
it feels
impressive.
like there should be
a crossover.
Yeah, and maybe there is. Like, and maybe
a secret lair
and you know what it came into my mind? Maybe what I want to believe is that Madam Web is the thread that connects these two.
Her web connects us all.
Well,
that's oh gosh, I forgot. It does. So it must,
obviously.
You know? But I'm just saying, I want there to be someone who worked on Into the Dark, also worked on Madam Web, and somehow was like at the nexus. I want there to be like a connective. Yep. Typhoid Mary Jane.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
Now
that's the search.
That's a shirt.
That's a shirt. God has no wife. Man, there's a lot of support from you all out there for God Has No Wife sleeves, I have to say.
Hey, well, we can make it happen. I would be. It would warm my heart for that to be the case, because
I would love.
People will just be like, "What are your sleeves?
What? You're like, God has no. I think
what do you want? It's just
it is.
What it does says on the
think about it
tin.
for 1 second, and just and also when you say that, do you feel good about it? Like, you know? Yeah.
I will say
God
though,
has no wife.
Hasbro still had positive earnings, even through Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Basically propped up by Wizards of the Coast as always.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing keeping it alive and kicking. So, maybe Spider-Man wasn't the unmitigated disaster that us who are heavily entrenched players think that it was. I'm not 100% sure until we see full sales numbers from that set. But yeah, I thought that was interesting too. That we're still in the thumbs up category for Magic in the last quarter they reported from Hasbro. So
yeah. And as I have mentioned, I did actually have a pretty good time drafting through the Omen pack.
Oh yeah, you were. I mean, you were
I had this one.
farming.
I haven't finished playing with it. There was this.
When you win that much,
exactly. Well, and there was this deck that I drafted, which will probably be my last of the format because it's kind of just too good. I had like 3 or 4 Trail of Teacups in it, and I had
Oh, yeah.
I had Lewis, and I had that green black rare that's busted.
You mean Luis?
Luis, yeah, whatever you call that character that's X and a black. And there was one other one too. Oh, I had a Lenny too. I had all those cards in one
Wow.
deck,
Yeah.
and it was it has been. I have not finished playing with it. A true delight, because I've played you played 2 or 3 Trail of Teacups, and your opponent's like, come on,
What am I supposed to do
Come
here?
on,
Yeah,
man.
truly, you're like,
yeah. All right. What was this game?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Killing my creatures, making big things.
Yeah, getting a creature back from my graveyard, of which, and
Farming.
it helps me find all these other busted creatures that are in my deck. Anyway, so I have to admit, I have had fun with Through the Omen Best. So, yeah. Oh, bye.
I'm going to give Appa a little scritch.
Appa.
Yep.
What does Appa say? Does he say anything?
Just kind of like, or just like snorts on you.
Yeah.
Puts his boogers on you. You know?
Yeah.
Like a hog monkey.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on this episode celebrating the introduction of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Here goes Appa.
Yep.
There he goes.
Yep.
Appa me daddy.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much to everybody for listening, and to our patrons who support us over on patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Thank you once again to Christopher for joining us, and I apologize for the things I said about your fur.
Yeah.
Fur or lack thereof.
Christopher
Yeah.
deserves
If you want to
that.
have fur, you can have it. But if you don't have fur, please know that that's all right too.
Thank you to Card Kingdom and to Dragon Shield for being our sponsors. Make sure you check out our Commander Arcade YouTube channel on Friday, because we're going to be dropping our Avatar episode over at youtube.com/@GLHF Commander. It's a really fun episode.
Yeah.
And a lot of the different bendings are showcased for you.
They are.
The
Yeah,
various
yeah.
4 various bendings.
Yeah.
You can see them in action and maybe get some ideas on some decks that you might want to build as well, featuring new commanders from the new set. So go check that out, everybody. Until next time, yip yip.